Hello everybody, it is Dark here, and today I'm going to be doing a new light guide. So, everyone has to start somewhere, right? So, after completing the campaign for the new light quest, when you first start the game, you will have an option to go to the tower. After you go to the tower, you're going to talk and you're going to grab a few things from the tower. When you go to the tower, you're going to grab the new light kit and a lot of other different things. But while you're there, you're not going to have a lot of materials. You're not going to have a lot of different things within the game. And that is where I come in to help. So, first off, we're going to go through the vendors. Anytime that you have anything in the game that you end up not picking up off the ground, or anything that you get from a chest that doesn't go into your inventory, will come here to the Postmaster. Postmaster is an area in which you can get different loot sent back to yourself if you end up not picking it up. So with this being said, this Postmaster area can get full, so you got to be careful with the Postmaster. You want to make sure you're constantly cleaning it out and having what you want put in your vault and or other places if you want to keep it. There are many good roles within this game, and there's many bad roles within this game. People you will find along the way will tell you what good roles you can use for weapons, and I just keep note of all of that. At the same time, the vendors, they have different rewards in which you can get different rewards from them, and bounties. Bounties give XP bonuses. Some people like to take these bounties and they will grab the bounties and they will hoard them and basically grind out bounties. Bounties are some of the bounties are being removed, so just be aware of that. So yeah, if for instance you get any of the DLCs, whether it be Forsaken or any of them, this is where you'll come to claim different exotics for materials to get them. If you pre-order Final Shape, you'll get the Tessellation for free, and if you end up not pre-ordering but buying Forsaken DLC, you can actually get 3 Forsaken ciphers for free and pick any of these weapons other than these 3 at the end. The Sparrow, the SMG, and this Anarchy. You cannot get those 3 unless you have Spoils of Conquest, which is gotten from raids. So be aware of that. But this is one area you can come to, and every person who gets the Forsaken pack or Forsaken will basically be able to come here and get 3 free exotics that of their choice, any of them, other than these 3 at the end. So take advantage of that. At the same time, DLCs right now, if you don't know, are actually 80% off in the shops, all the way until June 3rd, I think. It should be June 3rd. I could be wrong on when it's gonna leave the shops, but I'm pretty sure it's June 3rd. So you have till June 3rd to get 80% off on literally anything in the store on Microsoft and on Steam. So I would go take advantage of that as soon as possible too. This is your vault. This is where you can store things. So it's right next to this, which is the Exotic Archive. The vault. So that's an area for storage. And then you got the different vendors like the Cryptarch, where you'll come for Master Raoul. You'll basically be able to decrypt engrams for loot. So as you can see, I'm decrypting all of these, and that's my loot. As you can see, you probably see or notice the number on them, the 1800, the 1810. That is power level. Power level, also known as light level in the past, but now known as power level, was basically able to be your thing for leveling in the game. So that's how you level up, is through your power level. And with this power level, it has different aspects within it. So there's the soft cap, the power cap, the soft cap, and the hard cap. So with all of these caps and the pinnacle, all of these caps will basically be able to bring you higher into your light and allow you to do higher end activities. So right now I'm 1828, and GMs are 18. What were they again? Let me look. GMs, which is the hardest activity in the game, or at least the hardest strike activity. It's not really that difficult, but for some people it is. It's 1840. So you would think wouldn't be able to do that, but it caps at 1815 for GMs. So just be aware of that. So on top of that, different weapons, which I will go through the different weapons that you can grab as a new light that will be beneficial towards you for just starting out and getting weapons really quickly for just starting out. But yeah, then you got your mods. Your armor mods will be unlocked at rank 6, I believe. If I'm correct, it will be rank 6. So once you complete 5, I'm pretty sure, maybe. Might be 4. It's 4. 4? Yeah, 4.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Once you collect all of those different things, you're going to be able to rank up your character and be able to put mods on. And with those mods, different mods allow for different things for build crafting with your supers. So I'll go over the weapons in a bit for which weapons are good, which weapons are bad, and which ones can be good and which ones can be bad, I should say. It's all subjectable. You get to choose. It's all just up to you. At the same time, always check your vendors for rank rewards, as when you rank up in a vendor, you get rewards for it. They also sell, some of the vendors sell items that you can pick up, so that's really interesting, and materials too. On top of that, if you come over this way down to the annex and you go down to the annex, you can talk to a few people there. We got the Drifter, which you'll meet later. You can talk to him and you can get some rewards from him. You can talk to Anna Bray, or not Anna Bray, I mean Ada One, my bad. Ada One, and you can talk to her and you can get some goodies off her. And then you have Hawthorne, which is the clan vendor, which if you do join a clan, as you can see, I'm in a clan. If you join a clan, you get rewards from that clan. As you can see, weekly clan XP, you will gain rewards. Going forward, once you start the new light stuff and you complete the campaign, or you skip the campaign, whichever one you decide to do, come straight to the tower and do your quest for the tower. After you're done doing your quest for the tower, come straight over here after you get your new light kit and talk to Ikora Rey. So after you talk to Ikora Rey, you're going to have the ability to buy some of these. You probably won't be able to get anything because you do not have Glimmer. Well, there's ways to get Glimmer, and that is from doing activities and killing enemies and doing all of that. But another great way is to actually get legendary gear to drop, and the best way to get legendary gear to drop, I would say, is to go do Blind Well and or do your Season of the Wish activities along with your seasonal activities that are free along with it. All seasonal activities are free until June 3rd, so go do those. All season passes, all out for free. You can get legendary shards, and once you get legendary shards, you can come straight to Cryptarch. And the cool thing is he has this little circular part here called Material Exchange. You can spend legendary shards for Glimmer. So all you have to do is just do that. Do that, you'll get Glimmer, and if you get enough legendary shards, you can go get enough Glimmer to go buy all of the fragments that you need. After that, you can start doing build crafting. I have a video that I put out, multiple videos, of different, or I'm going to have multiple videos too, of different builds that you guys can try, and different builds that you guys will be able to do on your own, and or build off my builds. The best thing to do isn't to watch a YouTuber and their builds, but to build your own build that's suitable to you. Do not build off of a YouTuber, build it off of yourself. Build what you are comfortable with, because everyone has their own playstyle, everyone's different. So do what you feel comfortable with. On top of that, going to the helm, this is where you will get your weapons. You go to the helm, and at the helm, you're going to be able to get different weapons for different seasons. These are actually, they have something on them called a pattern. And with this pattern, you're able to get different weapons from those patterns craftable. So you're basically finding a certain amount of patterns. So this one says 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. And you're trying to get those 5 patterns or the 2 patterns or whatever it says to get the weapon. So here at the helm, you're going to start normally off at Seasonal Wish. You could start off at Defiant or whatever. But once you start this up, you're going to start over here. If, for instance, you start here, you're going to want to first start the quest line, which is in the Dream City. Dream City, and it will be right here where my cursor is, right next to the blind well, and it will be called something to do with the final the wish stuff. So I don't remember what it was called, but the final wish or something like that. You'll want to do that mission. So once you do that mission, you're going to come straight after that. It's going to teleport you here, and you're going to come straight here. You're going to talk to her. Once you talk to her, you can start on the seasonal wish activities. You will have quests that you'll get. When you get a quest, it will tell you right here in the quest section. So open up your character, then open up to the director, and pop over here. If you're on PC, to get to the director, it's tab and hold. If you are on console, it is clicking the 3-line button on your controller, and that will bring you there. If you are on PlayStation, I don't know. Sorry. I'm an Xbox player. So you'll figure it out. Just spam the buttons, I guess, and you'll find it. This right here, this right here is your quest tab. So this tells you all the different quests that you have and what you need to do to complete those quests. Whenever you have a quest, for instance, if I track one of these quests in the helm, or if I track a quest, for instance, I click A on the quest and track it, or it will tell me what button to click, and it will create a green checkpoint telling me for my tracked quest where to go. So I just tracked the one on the moon. That's the one I need to go to. Speak to Eris Morn. So with these quests, you're able to get goodies, different rewards, good stuff like loot and all that. Once you complete all of your beginning campaign missions, you're going to unlock this area, which is the area in which you can focus weapons and all that. When you focus a weapon, you have to focus straight up until you get the unlock to get all of these focused. So you can't just pull it straight out. You have to wait until you have the decoding done. So I would run Wish, Season Wish, run Season of the Witch, all of those, and go straight into trying to get these done and get these available to be unlocked. On top of that, looking at any of these weapons and stuff, there's some weapons that are good and some weapons that are bad. At the moment, the Doom Petitioner is amazing for new lights. It's great damage when you craft it, and it's amazing. You can find different YouTube videos, and or you can even go to websites. I recommend going to articles on the web and finding articles to find what the god roll will be. A lot of people use light.gg. I don't like using that. I use Shacknews, Forbes, and or Gamer Rant. I use one of those. On top of that, you can use Scatter Signal, which is a beautiful, beautiful fusion rifle. And then you got Super Cluster, which is a really good shotgun if you wanted a shotgun. And then there was a video I watched the other day talking about this pulse rifle being really good also for the Scholar potential. Popping over here to the Season of the Defiance. Season of the Defiant, you will want to start out that quest over here, and you're going to then be able to do Season of the Defiant stuff at the War Table. War Table stuff is pretty simple, but I mean, yeah, it's just the same as I just told you. You just decode and then you get them unlocked. The Regnant is a really good grenade launcher. The Caretaker is a really good starter sword. Prodigal Return is an amazing grenade launcher. Perpetualist, amazing AR. Royal Executioner, amazing fusion rifle. And the Requintar, amazing bow. These are all really amazing weapons. So if you want to get amazing weapons for the start of your game and something that you can actually go into like higher end activities like a raid and stuff like that with, I recommend doing Season of the Defiance. On top of that, you can pop over here to the Season of the Wish. And in the Season of the Wish, I don't know why I said wish like that. I was like, wish! Season of the Wish has some really interesting stuff too. You got the Aramite Fusion Rifle. Let me pop over here and I'll show you. Aramite Fusion Rifle, which is this one right here. Aramite. You got the Bria's Love, which is a really good scout rifle. You got the Semiotician, which is the rocket launcher, which is really good. And then you got the Elatic Principle. That one is also really good. On top of that, you got the Season of the Deep, and the Season of the Deep has some really cool looking weapons. I'm sure a lot of you will be swayed into doing Season of the Deep over Defiant, but I recommend doing Defiant instead of Season of the Deep. But anyway, Season of the Deep has some pretty decent stuff in it. Not the greatest of stuff, but some pretty decent stuff. And if you do PvE, this is for PvE. If you do PvP, those are totally different roles than a PvE weapon, so be aware of that. A Distant Pole is a really good damage sniper. So if you want a damage sniper, a Distant Pole would be a good one. It's also a good ad clear sniper. On top of that, Until Its Return is a pretty good shotgun. Different Times is a good pulse rifle. The Rapacious Appetite is amazing for PvP, and it's good for PvE. And then you got Targeted Redaction, which is a good hand cannon. All of these are really good weapons down here too. I recommend the Thin Precipice instead of the Just In Case though. And then the weapons, or the, not weapons, armor. On top of that, I'm sure you're looking at my stuff and wondering, Dark, how did you get triple 100s? I see a ton of people with triple 100s. I see people with all of these really good armor stats. How do armor stats work, and how do I get them? Well, I'm going to tell you. Armor stats are used to get your abilities. So you use your abilities to get your abilities. Remember that. Use abilities to get abilities. So when you're doing build crafting with mods and artifacts and stasis, or not stasis, sorry, super aspects and stuff with the fragments and aspects, be aware that you use your abilities to get your abilities. So your build should be based off getting your abilities quicker than it should be based more off of survivability. So base your build off survivability and ad clear at the same time. So you want more ad clear capabilities than you do survivability though. On top of that, there are a few stats that are good and a few stats that are bad, but it all depends on the class that you run. Mobility, resilience, and strength are all amazing for a hunter. Resilience, recovery, discipline, and strength are amazing for a warlock. And then for a titan, it is recovery, discipline, and strength. Never, ever do you need a ton of intellect, recovery, unless on a warlock, and or mobility, unless on a hunter. For any other class, unless you're that specific class, you do not need any of that. On top of that, you're going to have a ton of new stuff that you're going to be able to get. So you're going to be able to get emblems that will basically show at the top, and you get emblems from higher end activities and or doing harder things and achieving these emblems. You get sparrows and ships, and exotics are better than most of this stuff. We got the different rarities. We got, so if I show you, we got different rarities. We got legendary, which is purple. We got blue, which is the rare. We got green, which is uncommon, and we got white, which there's not many of those, but there's a few of them. Those are common. So you got common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and exotic. Exotics are not they're good, but they're not. I'm not gonna say they're the best you can get, but they're the highest rarity you can get. Some exotics aren't that great. Some exotics are really, really good. So it really just depends. All the raid exotics are decent weapons and or amazing weapons. It really just depends on which one you're talking about. But almost all raid weapons in this game are amazing in some way. So I recommend doing that. So if you're doing a lot of damaging and or doing a lot of raids, I recommend running a lot of the weapons that I recommended if you are a new light. On top of that, new lights don't really have a lot of materials to start out with, correct? So what you're going to do is you're going to do a lot of nightfalls. You can do a 1770 hero nightfall, but just remember that there are going to be champions. There's Overload and Unstop in this week's. So the way that works is you see these mods on the left here inside of my artifact. We got Overload Pulse, We got auto rifle for overload auto. We got unstoppable bow, unstoppable hand cannon, and piercing sidearm, which piercing sidearm is barrier champions. Different champions cause different or require different weapons to break their shields, and that all depends on the mods that break that. I'll let you read all of the perks and stuff inside of this artifact and inside of the mods all by yourself, and you guys can determine which ones you want. Remember that normally with a helmet, you're going to want to have on something to get your abilities and your ammo. On the second one, you're going to want stuff to help you get your abilities also, like your grenade or your melee or your dodge or whatever. Your third slot, you're going to want damage resistance mods, and or if you're doing a PvE raid, you want to have a stacks on stacks if you are running multiple leg armors on your legs. So stacks on stacks right here if you're running multiple surges for your legs. Recuperation, and that is like the most important one. I feel like that one will help save you so many times. Recuperation is amazing. And then we got the different mods on the left, which are for your stats. So triple hundreds, the way that works is really super simple. There is a ghost shell mod that you can put on. So get your ghost shell to level 5 and then you can put on a mod. I recommend that if you're trying to do resilience, recovery, or discipline, that you basically go for resilience. So if you're doing resilience, recovery, discipline, go for resilience. If you're doing discipline, strength, and resilience, I recommend going for discipline. If you're doing discipline, strength, and if you're doing mobility, strength, and discipline, or mobility, resilience, and discipline, I recommend doing a mobility mod and or a discipline mod. On top of that, all of these mods are all going to be super easy to get. And the way you do that is by going into your ghost shell, popping on one of these mods. So pop on one of these mods. So I go resilience, we'll say, armor. And all you're going to do is you're going to check which armor piece has the stats that you need. You want 20, 20, 20 if possible, or at least close to 20. So so you can get your triple hundreds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop focusing, and I'm going to focus a couple helmets. Why not? So I got 2 helmets. That's all I can grab. And I get resilience, discipline, strength, like I said. And then obviously there's some that are going to come out to not be what you want them to be. But I would keep this resilience, discipline, strength one. I notice on here though that my strength is only 8. I want it to at least be 10 or at least close to 10. So I can then masterwork it and make it a total of 20. The rest of the stats are good. So it's 26, 23, but 8. We want that to at least be as high as 10 for it to work. So that's not that great of a roll of a helmet. So I would delete that and I'd re-roll and try to get something better. That's all you have to do. You just do that for all your armor pieces. You can do that with exotics too. If you go talk to Raul, you can go talk to Raul and you can focus a exotic straight up, but that's going to cost 2 Ascendant shards, and nobody really wants to do that. Like spend their shards to do that. Some people do, I do, but some people don't. Yeah, on top of that, basically starting out of the whole game, you got your journey section, which is your guardian rank, which will be your first ever thing that you do to unlock your abilities and all this other stuff, like your mods and stuff. So you're going to start out the guardian ranks and you're just going to read it, see what it says to do, and go do that one different thing that you need to do. For your seals, same thing. You just read what you have to do, and it will basically be like a little thing that you have to do to complete these seals. If at all you get stuck, there is one tool that is your best friend in all of video game history, and that is YouTube. Anytime you get stuck, go to YouTube. YouTube will help you out so much. You probably already do it. We all do. YouTube will help you out so much with all of this. On top of that, There's a lot of on top of that, I know. It's just my catchphrase, I guess. You got all these different areas here. This is your collections. Collections is a great place to grab exotics if you need them back, or ships, or even ghost shells, or any of that. Weapons and armor cannot be reacquired unless they are reacquirable. So if they're non-reacquirable, you cannot reacquire them back. So if they're like a random drop, you can't get them. But if they're like part of a quest, you can get them most of the time. Resources, these are just to show you what resources are in the game, what you can get. These are not reacquirable, sadly. So you cannot reacquire resources. Once you start the game, you're going to have a choice to do some DLCs. I recommend, if you do buy any DLCs, I recommend the ones you buy are either Witch Queen, Lightfall, or if you're not up for a challenge and you don't want to do harder end activities, I recommend doing something a little bit easier and doing the Dreaming City, Eternity for 30th anniversary, or even like Forsaken, 30th anniversary, or Beyond Light, or Shadowkeep. Those are probably the ones that would be the easier ones. Be aware that in order to progress in your Guardian rank, you're gonna need Lightfall. You're gonna need Lightfall. Going over here, we're going to go over to the new area, which actually has some really decent stuff for some new lights. So, popping over to the Hall of Champions, if you talk to the dude in the Hall of Champions, you can get some really good stuff from the Hall of Champions. And those really good things you can get from the Hall of Champions are high stat, or not high stat, but high level gear. So you will get 1810 gear from a chest in the left-hand corner of the map that you can put onto your character. On top of that, you can get some really good gear, or at least some decent gear, from Onslaught, which is a game mode in the game. So just go talk to Shaxx over here in the Into the Light section, click on Into the Light, and go straight to the Hall of Champions. In the Hall of Champions, you're going to be able to do another thing, which is be able to attune weapons, and with attuning these weapons, you're going to be able to go and put them into your loot drops over at the Onslaught section. So once you start, you're going to go straight over here, and if you guys want a guaranteed drop and you don't want to do Onslaught, just come straight over here, talk to our site, and over at the top above these bounties, they're not here for me because I completed them, but for you guys, they're going to be here, and they're going to be basically some bounty looking things that will basically be things like quests that you can complete, and these will give you some guaranteed weapons. You talk to him, Lord Shaxx, you're going to be able to get some really decent like quest items and stuff from him. You're going to be able to get some stuff that are really good, and then you come over here and talk to this chest, and you'll be able to get some good 1810 gear from the chest. And you can only reacquire this once. I didn't need to do it because my guy was already at high level. All my gear was 1810 because I grinded it before this even came out, so I didn't need it. But anyone who is really interested in doing all of that, that is a great thing to do. On top of all of that, something that's really confusing is once you start the game, you're going to have a lot of different quests. And with these quests, you got the exotic quests, you got the regular quests, and you got all these other quests. Exotic quests will be ones that have an exotic engram on it. They'll be yellow, and or if they show up on the map as a tracked one, they will be put as a crown. So if I do this, any crown isn't necessarily an exotic quest, but it can be an exotic quest sometimes. So yeah, just look for the crowns and or the exotic engrams on a banner like this one. This is an exotic mission. So yeah, I don't know what else I should say. I'm trying to think right now of other things I can say. Like for instance, when you first start out the game, you can go to different planets, pick up some goodies from those planets. Unless you don't own the DLC for some of them, then you can't grab anything. But if you do own the DLCs and you do want to grab some goodies from other places, I recommend going to the planets and picking up some goods. You get some real good goods. If you buy Lightfall, and you buy the annual pass, you can actually go to the tower, go over here to the left-hand corner in the special delivery section. If you need to, just track it, so add a waypoint to it, and then fast travel to the courtyard, and it'll tell you exactly where to go. That will be your terminal. When you go there, you can grab some real good material, like a bundle of materials, so you get a ton of stuff that is just free and all out for you, like a ton of ascendant shards, alloys, all of that, a ton. And it's just going to be a crap ton of materials that you're going to want to masterwork and do all this other stuff for your armor. Masterworking, I forgot to say that. Click on this little energy bar and you can masterwork an item based off the materials you have. So let's see, this one takes legendary shards and glimmer. So I'm just masterworking it and bringing it up higher into light, or not light, but higher into level. This is what I'm talking about right here, the terminal. So talk to the terminal, you get some real good loot from there in your special delivery section. Over here is some quests. So if you do have a time where you need to, you abandon a quest on accident, or you get rid of a quest, or even have a quest that you just never got or picked up that was from a while back, it will be here in the quest terminal. So in the quest terminal, go to the exotic section, and you should have quite a bit of exotic quests here for free and also not free. And then you also got these, which is your new light quests if you haven't done those and you want to do those. Any seasonal and ritual quests will be here in the seasonal and ritual section. Those will be anything for stuff that you basically got rid of or abandoned. Yeah, then you got Eververse, which is the in-game microtransaction store, and then you got all the other vendors. Just, I say, explore yourself around the tower, the helm, all those places. Just do what you want. Go around, check it out, do what I didn't show, and do it yourself. And you could find some real good stuff. If, for instance, any of you are newer to the game and you would like to have some people to help you around, I recommend looking me up, messaging me on the game, friending me or something. It's DarkBro, that's my name, hashtag 3736. So that's right there. You're just gonna go to the roster to add me as a friend. So pop over the roster, pop down here, search by Bungie name, search my name. If you end up friending me, I will see if I can help you, and I'll direct you in the path of somebody who can help you if I can't. And that should help some of you new lights on some stuff if you have questions and or different things. And I'm always willing to help. I'm always willing to help. And anybody who has any needing of help, you can join our clan. Our clan is free to help newer players, and we love it. If you need help with a raid and you want help, just make sure you listen and you just do what we tell you. If you don't, then we might get a little bit frustrated, but not too frustrated. And we just won't do the activity with you until you want to cooperate. But anyway, yeah, that is the new light guide for some different things that you can do as a new light and starting out after you do the campaign. That will allow you to basically get some real good weapons and some good stuff from the game, and yeah, you can start out and go do some kind of higher activities if you want to once you get there. And some people won't be all upset with you because you now know this information, and you should be able to have more fun in the game. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was short, but thank you for watching, and I hope to make more videos soon. And see you guys soon. Bye.